Oh,
we
yes,
do
I
have a
forgot.
story.
How could I
Do
forget
have-
this?
So I don't know if you kept up with this, but a little AL Central bout.
Boom, 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 boom,
I got the
boom.
headline
Sorry.
here.
Yep.
White Sox's Tim Anderson posts cryptic tweets after Jose Ramirez fight. So I know you don't watch a
Are you
whole lot
talking
of
about-
AL Central.
Well, are you talking
baseball.
about this tweet?
That's right. That's the one where
Yeah.
he's ready to fight.
Mhm.
I know you don't watch a whole lot of AL Central baseball because
I
you
don't.
have self-respect.
That's well, you know.
But so Jose Ramirez, I'm sure you've heard the name. Very
I
good
have.
player. Very,
Yes.
very good player. Having another great year. Generally speaking, not a person that gets into a lot of quarrels. Not a person who is, saying stupid things or just generally being a cancer.
Yeah.
Everybody likes J-Ram. I don't like the Guardians / Indians. I don't like that Cleveland team. And
But-
even I kind of like J-Ram because he's a great player and he's good for the game of baseball.
But
Tim Anderson, on the other hand,
that's a different story.
I hate Tim Anderson. This guy is a total clown. This guy is constantly looking for trouble, and usually he finds it. Now, a lesser known, this is all background before we get into the fight and before we get into his, anime villain character arc. Like, this was like a few years ago. I believe it was Tim Anderson. I could be totally wrong and just slandering him, but even if I am slandering him, I don't even care because it's Tim Anderson and he's a loser.
In game, of course.
It was like, I believe it was 2 years ago. Tigers, White Sox in Comerica Park. It was like near the end of the year. It was like September or like late August. It was like our season had already been over. They were already going to win the Central. It was done. There was no reason for anything like that.
Whatever.
He slides into, at the time, our shortstop, Nico Goodrum, on like a, he's running to second base and we're trying to turn it over play. He slides into him and Nico Goodrum falls down. And there's a little quarrel. Bench is clear, all this stuff. And from that moment, I was like, oh, this guy's a punk. This guy wants smoke with Nico Goodrum. Nico Goodrum is nobody. I mean, like clearly he was on top of the world. I'm the best player ever. I'm an elite shortstop. I'm Tim Anderson. Let me pull up Mr. Anderson's numbers this year. Because I predicted this team, this White Sox team, being a total paper tiger. I predicted this 2 years, like after 2021, after they got knocked out of the playoffs by an actual team in the Houston Astros. I knew this team, the White Sox, they were total phonies. So Tim Anderson, he is batting .242 with, and I kid you not, 19 RBIs. 19 RBIs. He has a 60 OPS plus with 100 being average. A 575 OPS. His slugging percentage is .290. He has 86 hits on 355 at-bats. Do you know how many home runs Tim Anderson has hit? I want you to start counting, and I'll tell you when.
1.
That's it. That's how many home runs he has. And actually, he just got it recently.
Oh.
So, he decided he wanted to be an instigator, essentially. So what happens is, I'm sure everybody's seen the clip, but I'll sort of narrate the play in true, BS sports. We're gonna create we're gonna
paint you a picture.
Paint you a picture of what happened. So Jose Ramirez hits a ground ball, line drive into right. It's fair ball. It's like down the first base line. He's running. He's heading for 2. Tim Anderson, of course, shortstop. So he slides in. Throw to the play is not in time. Tim Anderson keeps the tag on. Now, I'm fine with him keeping the tag on. But the thing was, he was sort of here. Let me.
See, now we're getting a visual.
I have legs. Believe it or not.
Oh,
my legs. Okay, so he's like, Jose Ramirez sliding in between his legs. He's applying the tag. So Jose Ramirez is like below this area. So he's just basically on top of him, essentially. Yes. And he's clearly safe. He's on the bag. There's no chance he's not safe. And he doesn't move. And Jose Ramirez is like, dude, get off of me. Stop, get the tag off. Let me get up so I can, stand up.
So I can,
like, it wasn't a thing where it was like, sliding guy, and he's sort of to the side, and he's keeping the tag on, because then you can still get up. Like, you're not. Yeah. There's no damage there. But it's like he was clearly on top of him. You're not moving. Like, I don't want you to move because I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you dress.
Yeah. Well, something like that.
Yeah. And a lot of things go down, and he decides he wants to start fighting. We're not going to show the clip because I don't have the clip on me, but you could find the clip. Basically, he got knocked on his ass. Like, he kind of, stupid idea for a big lanky shortstop to go up against power hitting third baseman. Very stupid idea. Like, you're asking for a fight. He misses like 2 or 3 punches, and then J-Ram just like, he didn't like fist him, but he like clubbed him essentially, and he just fell down. He was done.
He got knocked out.
Brawl happens and all those things happen. So all that happens. I'm sure everyone's heard of this, but all this happened. And then the story doesn't end. And then he decides to go on a website you may have heard of. It's called Twitter. And
X now, but
X, whatever. I don't know. He goes on X, Twitter, and he tweets. And I will censor these because this is a family show. We'll censor these with some of our favorite drops and sound bites that we have here. So I'm going to read these aloud for the class, and we're going to I'm going to establish because they pretty much happen like within minutes of one another. So here we go. And hold on, we might need some dramatic music for this. Hold on.
That might be a good idea.
Let me see if I can get.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna stand there for the entire time you're reading and go like this.
I'm gonna hold on. Is this a good? No, we need something like a little intense.
It's a little melancholy.
What is acoustic cinema or cinematic? Ooh, this is like a little mysterious. What about into space? We're experimenting here, people. These are not great choices.
Nope.
Night driving.
This is actually good music for this.
You know, honestly, I feel like we could do this. We can make this work.
I say just go for it.
We're gonna go for this. So, all right. And here, and I quote: "This is very dramatic. This is a very serious show." At Tim Anderson 7, 13 minutes ago.
Yep.
You know all this happened for a reason. Ellipses. We stay in focus with this.
Pull up your pants, take off the bra, and be a man!
You can use your imagination what word he used.
Yep.
That was 10 minutes, so 3 minutes have passed between those two. Now 9 minutes. Been going through this.
Loser! You're a loser!
For a min. Ellipses. Now, of course, min short for minute.
Oh.
So, yeah. 7 minutes. So now 2 minutes have passed since that last one. We ain't never tripping. This.
Hey.
Bigger. We gonna catch up with them later. 6 minutes.
It never ends.
Keep kicking on me. Oh, I'm down. 5 minutes.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I gotta keep doing it.
A lot of MF. Been switching up too. Hashtag fake.
Come on, Daddy.
Tim, Bubby. I mean, what are we doing? What is this? What is this like? Why are you? All right, that's enough of the music. Tim, Bubby. What is that? What am I to take from this?
You're to take the response by Jose Ramirez, going like this.
I mean, like, honestly, like what is that? What does that any of that mean?
I think, you know, there's a lot of talk about CTE in the NFL. I think there needs to be some talk about that in the MLB.
I don't know if he's got CTE. I think he might just be stupid.
We're both.
Like, sometimes you're just born that way. Sometimes we're born with CTE. It's called being a moron.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. The whole thing is really stupid. And then when they handed out the suspensions, I was thinking, like, Huh?
I mean, like, he got 6 games, which is,
Yeah.
like, probably less than I would think.
I thought it was gonna
Uh,
be more, personally,
I thought it
but
would have been a little bit more, but I guess they figure, you know, he didn't really hit him. So they're probably
it's
thinking,
true. He's the one
he
who got
started
knocked
a
out.
fight and he ended up, it's like that graph, the F around and find out graph. See,
Uh-huh.
he kept effing around and inevitably, of course,
He did
he
find out.
found out. So,
Courtesy of
like,
Jose Ramirez.
yeah, and it's just like, to me, it's like, you could have, like, if he was going to get suspended longer, it
Yep.
would have been like if he, like, actually, like, could have hurt J-Ram, but clearly he did not
But
hurt J-Ram. And that's why
no.
J-Ram also got suspended because, I mean,
Yeah, because he
J-Ram finished the fight, which, I mean, you should walk
Yeah.
away.
But,
But he didn't, and, mistakes were made. But as far as I'm concerned, look, this is another thing. Like, there was some instance where somebody, like, some player had made fun of him, like calling him Jackie Robinson.
Oh.
And people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is horribly racist. How could you call this African American gentleman Jackie Robinson?" Well, it turns out he had called himself Jackie Robinson.
Oh, nice.
Like, he had compared himself to Jackie Robinson in some past
Again.
interviews, and then some player making fun of him because that is a ridiculous statement to make, especially when you've made 0 World Series, you've won 0 championships,
I
and
would
you
just
haven't done anything since, like, 2 years ago at this point.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, he made the All-Star game last
Well
year. Fantastic, great.
But here's the
How
thing,
did
though.
your team do? Hold on, let me tell you. That's how they did.
Oh.
So yeah, Tim
I'm just
Anderson to
saying,
me.
we can have a
What?
discussion about CTE in the MLB. I'm
wear
just
helmets.
throwing it out there.
I'm sure there's probably some CTE,
I'm
right?
sure.
If somebody gets hit in the head with a baseball, possible.
Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.